Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Dee. In today's video, I want to talk about two things that I've observed from the research and also just things I've watched on the internet and just from people I know surrounding me. People our generation, like millennials and Gen Zs, I'm the oldest Gen Z, are getting just effed over. So the first thing is investment, and the second thing is just dating in general, or just having a committed relationship. So the first one, I just watched a video posted by Stephen Graham. I don't know if you follow him. He's somewhat of a financial guy or just money guy on YouTube. And he talked about how millennials only hold 3% of the American national wealth, while boomers, baby boomers, when they were roughly at our age, at this time in their 20s, early 30s, they were holding 21% of the US wealth at the time. So that was a huge, that is a huge wealth gap between these two generations. And I would imagine that it's only going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. And that's a huge problem because a lot of people my age, I've noticed that a lot of them don't really know anything about investing. And I had absolutely no idea about investing and putting money away, how to pick out the stocks and what kind of retirement accounts to go with before I came to the US, before I started watching a lot of the money people, financial people on YouTube. And that's why I am extremely grateful for YouTube, because I was able to find pretty good kind of diversification of investment in different places because of the just knowledge I've gained from YouTube. And I've been able to saving money and even making some small money on the side because of it. So that's one thing I want to just kind of complain about, because we were never taught in school about finance, about taxes, and we were never told that after you go to college, it's one thing to study and get your degree, it's another thing to keep your money in check and avoid getting into debt, and how to do that and what other alternatives are there. So I feel like we grew up in an environment where we thought all we needed to worry about is to get into a good school, and then we're all set. And good jobs should come easy if you have a degree, if you have a master's in particular. But that's not how it works nowadays in the labor market today. Master's degrees don't mean a whole lot, especially if you're in a liberal arts degree and a field, and this whole market has been completely saturated, and a lot of people are suffering from student loan debt. I believe the total number of student loan in this country has accumulated to I think billions of dollars, like tens of billions of dollars, if that. So it's really bad, and a lot of people my age have no idea how to do with their money, what to do with their money. So I think that's something we should learn to get better at, because if we want to have a higher standard of living and have a better quality of life, we have to keep our finance in check. And that's also how we beat boomers. I mean, again, like back in the day, they were the rebels and they were rebellious against their parents, their government, but now they became the very people that they resented. And I don't know, like that's a whole nother story. But let's continue with the second thing that I want to talk about, which is romantic relationships and dating in general, because I've noticed people my age are having a really hard time finding their partners, and a lot of people are kind of just getting stuck in this hookup cultures and cannot get out. So that's a huge problem, because I feel like a lot of people are having intimacy issues. They can't get close to people, especially with people of opposite sex and people who they feel sexually attracted to. So I saw a study conducted by this professor at San Diego State University, I think. So they found out that the generations before millennials, so when they were in high schools, 85% of them were dating. They went on dates as high school seniors. But in today's day and age, in 2015, which is like 6 years ago, which was kind of a lot better than today. I mean, there wasn't a COVID lockdown back then. And even then, that percentage fell from 85% to 56%. So that's like a huge drop. And I can only imagine post-COVID, the situation has only gotten worse, because I know it's so hard for young people to date in this day and with all the lockdown and mask mandate, and just so difficult with all the quarantine and stuff. So there was another study that found from 1989 to 2016, the amount of people that got married in their 20s fell from 32% to a whopping 19%, kind of disappointing 19%. And I can only imagine after 5 years, in 2021, that number has only gotten smaller. And it will continue to become smaller because people I know that have never dated in their whole life, and they're in their 20s, like pushing towards 25. There are already 3 people that I know that have never dated, never kissed a boy, never held hands with boys in a romantic manner. So that's very serious. And even the people that have been going on dates, they just can't seem to lock down their partner and form a committed relationship, and they've just been drifting, and they don't like that. I'm telling you, even though modern feminists, the third wave feminism told us that we don't need men to feel confident, to feel good about ourselves, to feel fulfilled as a person. I'm telling you, we are social creatures. We crave, especially for romantic relationships, and also committed romantic relationships, and we thrive as a pack, as a tribe. Singled out individuals can never thrive in this system. It's not designed for it, because we're pack animals and we survive as a family unit. It doesn't have to be heterosexual relationship at all, but there has to be a unit for somebody to thrive, because we need resources, we need connections, we need ways to get around, and that all came from people, other people, especially people that we are sharing intimate and trusting relationships with. So these 2 problems are the most severe that I've observed so far among people my age in their 20s and potentially in their early 30s. And I hope they can get fixed soon, and we're the ones that are supposed to take the initiative. That's why I want to pass out this message, and please let me know how you feel and what do you think about these 2 things. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a comment below to let me know what you think. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.